I was waiting for the cue.
GM
There you
fan,
go.
we are live with Volleyball's podcast with your hosts Zircon, Solinvestor, and myself, Phil X Contreras, where we're going to talk about the value, the drama, and the vibes. A lot of things going on. Coinbase has been sued by the wonderful SEC, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to go over the document. But first, I want to know, how are you guys doing? Are you guys surviving? Solinvestor, how is it over there? Reporting live.
Yeah, no, it's good. This neighbor's dog's going at it again. I feel like we haven't heard
That
him in
dog
like
is
a
pissed
week.
right now. He's pissed about what just happened with Coinbase. So just gotta let him rant. So
Oh man, no, the SEC needs to stop hurting my bags. But other than that, look. Okay, we pass on to Zircon. We'll get into the news then.
we'll get to the news. Circle, what's up, man?
Yeah, before we enter the rants.
Everything good. Everything's good. I'm a little bit disappointed because once I don't know if you guys checked that Solana pumped to like 21 during the weekend, and I thought for 1 second that we were gonna have a relief here, and it will start like an uptrend for something, and all of a sudden the SEC decided to just shut it down, and we went straight to 90 again, 19 again. So here we are, just surviving and doing our best. Today we have a lot of things to cover around the three things: the value, the drama, and the vibes. We have the drama with SEC,
A lot of drama.
and the value and the vibes of some projects that are gonna launch. So I think the main thing here today is the SEC suing Coinbase. So I'll guys let you start with that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull it up right here, right now. Just pretty much we have the document here, the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, SEC against Coinbase. And we have basically the summary here. And I'll just throw it out there, the summary for you guys, just so we can get this thing started. Coinbase, here we go. So Coinbase operates as a trading platform. This is basically what has been said. The assets that Coinbase makes available include crypto asset securities, 108 million customers. Coinbase platform merges three functions that are typically separated in traditional security markets. Those of brokers, exchanges, and clearing agencies. Yet Coinbase has never registered with the SEC as a broker, national security exchange, or clearing agency, thus evading the disclosure regime that Congress has established for security markets. That is basically how they are basically throwing this down. And then they go to the third portion of it where they say, since at least 2019, through the Coinbase platform, Coinbase has operated as an unregistered broker. The big words right here, including by soliciting potential investors, handling customers' funds, and assets. And going down right here, it says, by collapsing these functions into a single platform and failing to register with the SEC as to any of the three functions and not having qualified for any applicable exemptions from registration, Coinbase has for years defied the regulatory structures and evaded the disclosure requirements that Congress and the SEC have constructed. So here on the fourth part, it says, Coinbase has operated as an unregistered broker through two other services it has offered to investors. And this is another a big one here. Coinbase Prime, which Coinbase markets as a prime broker for digital assets that routes orders for crypto assets to the Coinbase platform. And then we're almost done. Here, number 6. For years, Coinbase has made calculated business decisions, and it goes to the green highlight here, to increase its own revenues, which are primarily based on trading fees. And I put a little asterisk here because this one kind of just caught my eye. And as part of its public marketing campaign to position itself as a compliant actor in the crypto asset space, Coinbase has for years touted its effort to analyze crypto assets under the standards set forth in Howey. We got the Howey test here before making them available for trading. But while paying lip service to its desire to comply with applicable laws, Coinbase has for years made available for trading crypto assets that are investment contracts under the Howey test and well-established principles of the federal security laws. And then, I think this last but not least, since 2019, Coinbase has offered and sold crypto asset staking programs. Now we're getting to a staking part, which was another offer, a product from Coinbase. Through a staking program, investors' crypto assets are transferred to and pooled by Coinbase. And they say distributes pro rata to investors, paying itself 25 to 30% commissions. And then here at the end, it says, yet Coinbase has never had a registration statement filed or an effect with the SEC for its offers and sales of its staking program. Boom. And here's the big violation to end it all. By engaging in the conduct set forth in this complaint, Coinbase has acted as an exchange, broker, and clearing agent without registering as an exchange, broker, or clearing agency in violation of Section 515A and yada, yada, yada. In addition, through its stake program, Coinbase has offered and sold securities without registering its offers and sales. Boom. Done. I hope I kind of threw this out there as fast as I can and hopefully gave a glimpse to everybody on what just happened. So with that said, Solinvestor, I mean, what did you... This basically just kind of just like throws, I think, a huge war on crypto. I mean, what do you say? We also sold this with Binance, right?
Binance is a lot different from what their alleged Coinbase has done. I don't understand how. Look, first of all, Coinbase has been chasing the SEC and constantly asking for more regulatory clarity around cryptocurrencies, but the SEC isn't providing the clarity, and then it goes on and starts suing people. But I'm just curious, how have they been unregistered for all of these years and the SEC has said and done nothing? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Zerkan, have you seen the markets around this?
Of course, I've seen the markets. And yeah, adding to this, to Solinvestor, what Solinvestor just said, not just that, we're talking about the US. I mean, the US doesn't go things like, okay, you are unregistered, it doesn't matter, we'll fix it on a couple of years. If you're unregistered, you're gonna be like really chased by the SEC. So I don't get why this is happening right now. I think there might be other interests that we don't know about, and that's why this suit came right now. But I don't know. This is just speculation and just like thinking a little bit on conspiracies and conspiracy theories. But I don't know. It seems a little bit odd that it's happening right now. Because we are talking about Coinbase, and it's I mean, we're not talking about like small players. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say, I don't want to mention any small exchanges, but we're talking about Coinbase. It's one of the biggest exchanges on the world. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, you already have Twitter going at it right now. You know, this guy saying full-blown attack on crypto. Binance sued yesterday, Coinbase today. It's time to come together. Hold hands. This guy saying, seems the SEC thinks Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cosmos are all securities. This gets Coinbase, Robinhood involved as well. So it's another interesting point. You got the SEC sues crypto, New York Federal Court. This guy says, this one says bullish on Bitcoin. All right, interesting. So it's just, you know, over and over, everyone's throwing it out on Twitter. We're about to see some more stuff. And yeah, just insane news. I mean, we have the market as well. Let's see what the market looks like right now. Yep, as obviously it has gone down as well. And I mean, Solinvestor, just by looking at this, do you think this is going to be bleeding for a while?
That's hard to say. I don't think the dip is as strong as maybe it should have been. So I don't think people are taking a lot of what the SEC is saying extremely seriously. And people know that these court cases, they go on for years. I will say for Solana, because our focus is on Solana, they claim that Solana is a security because of its deflationary mechanisms, which leads people to treat it more as a sort of investment vehicle in a way, making it a security. However, that exact same document fails to mention Ethereum's burning mechanism. And Ethereum has the most popular burning mechanism out there, and probably the most effective one. So I don't know. It's just interesting. I'm just watching this happen. Yeah. I don't think the SEC is going to win some of these cases on some of these points. Some of the points are a bit strange. there is a well-known lawyer. I forgot her name, but we talked about her a couple of weeks ago, and she's been making a
Ariel.
couple of posts.
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm
Ariel.
I'm
She's
gonna bring
starting her
her
own
up.
project.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring her tweets up. Let's see right here. We got Ariel right now, basically coming down here, throwing down some tweets. Filed against Binance is nothing but 160 pages of the SEC trying to make an example out of them. Okay, I don't think she's woken up yet and seen Coinbase, so she's about to wake up, and we're about to find some news. But yes, she has talked a lot about Binance. Why would anyone ever put this in writing? It's just so bad. We are operating as a effing unlicensed security exchange in the U.S. Yeah, just some crazy stuff out there. I think Easy also threw out something which was also kind of interesting. I'm gonna pull that up.
What did
He
say?
basically, have you seen it? Let me throw it up real quick.
I've seen a lot of these tweets. He's been going pretty ham on Twitter. Oh, and Easy's not a lawyer, but he is friends with a ton of lawyers in this space, so he probably knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he says SEC sues Binance for selling unregistered securities. SEC sues Coinbase for chameleon transaction using third party sell trades, unregistered broker. US launches FED now in July. Digital payment process. Seems like CBDs are underway. Operation Choke Point live. So, in a way, I guess that kind of means the attack is on in some way. So.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I wish. Look, here's my opinion. All right. I wish the SEC got their act together and went after FTX instead of sleeping in bed with them. Am I allowed to say that? Anyways, I don't live in the US. I don't care. Yeah. Screw it. If these allegations are true, the SEC should file these lawsuits. It should, we can't let another FTX happen. And if this is the SEC getting ahead of things before we see another FTX happen, I think that's great. However, if this is just rubbish and the SEC is just pulling at straws here, I do think the SEC really needs to get their act together. They started saying something about CZ somehow using billions of dollars in Sol and a bunch of other assets from Binance and sending it directly to his account. And there's a bunch of allegations like that. They're treating BUSD as a security as well. I don't really know. I think it's just too early to make a definitive conclusion. Is the SEC being vindictive, or are they actually onto something? I think it's too early to say, but it's interesting to see how this will play out. However, in the long run, more regulation and sort of better regulation means more big money coming into the space. So there is like a long run upside.
Yeah, it's basically a huge war going on right now, and at the end, hopefully we'll find some clarity. But there'll be a lot of dead bodies out there. It's almost like an actual war. You'll see conflict. There's a bunch of bad stuff's about to happen, but at the end, there's going to be some resolution at the end. So, Sally, we're going to see some crazy conflict. And here's one interesting one that Miles Deutscher said. He said, SEC says that Coinbase has operated as an unregistered broker, yet Coinbase IPO'd in April 2021.
Dude, that's another thing I was thinking about.
This is the one I didn't really think about, like unregistered broker IPO.
I was actually thinking about this backstage, but I forgot to mention it. But yeah, I mean, how is this even possible?
Yeah, and for the viewer, IPO is basically an initial public offering. You basically go from as a private company to a public company, and you got to go through these steps with the government. And here we are. So this is basically like what this is saying. So this is kind of crazy. I almost forgot about that. So insane stuff. I mean, should we get on to bears and monkeys after all this? I think so,
This actually
right?
makes the SEC look really, really bad.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think the
Well-
SEC has put themselves in a lose-lose situation here.
well, definitely we'll see. I mean, we're gonna see some things in Congress. We also have elections coming up as well. We have this is the other crazy part. So we have elections coming up. We have this whole SEC shenanigans with crypto. Now we have politicians like Kennedy now kind of for Bitcoin. We have Trump kind of like throwing it out there, I guess, but we don't really know. But we have DeSantis also really going for the Bitcoin route. So it's almost getting national attention in a way. So like we're about to see all this in the RNC debates in like 2 months. I bet you there's going to be some Bitcoin talk and there's going to be probably some SEC talk in there for like first time ever. Like SEC in national election live TV. I think that's going to be another crazy part in this whole thing. So that huge role in there as well.
Doesn't Trump have some sort of NFT collection on Polygon?
Yeah. He did. It was yeah. I think Zircon talked about it for like 4 months ago when this thing was hyping up. It went up really high, and then it all just kind of just died down. He went for like a second collection, and that didn't do what at all. I don't think. Zircon, I guess correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. It was Donald Trump's. It was a TLDR for Donald Trump's NFT experience.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, just we're about to find out more news. This just came in, breaking news 10 minutes ago on Coinbase and SEC. We just went over the document, and let's move on to what's happening with NFTs in general. So we have MALAs that basically did well. I mean, Zircon, what happened with Mad Labs? What did they just do?
Mad Labs actually reached 3-digit numbers, which is crazy. Thinking about the NFT situation on Solana right now, there's not much liquidity, and even with that, they managed to break 100 finally. It was a matter of time. Everyone was just thinking when it was going to happen. No one was doubting it was going to happen. But yeah, I'm really surprised about the timing. I mean, if I had to make a guess, I would say like around the end of the year they might break 100. Not right now with like the lowest liquidity ever. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised here.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of talked about it. We mentioned that we think it was going to hit 100, and it sure did. And it's just one of those things where just I wish I had one. Solinvestor. I mean, this thing we saw it mint live when it went from like 7 to like 14. Just at that time, I mean, we were just talking back and forth on where this thing was going, and just by seeing it now, I mean, what do you have to say?
It did hit 100, but it hit 100 with royalties. So if you bought in, you weren't selling it at 100. You're selling it at like 97.
And this guy does not want to give him credit.
No. I like my lads. And it's great. It's great to see them actually break 100. I think that's really good. Sorry, I think that's really good. We haven't seen a 10K collection break 100 since ABC's actually, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the last 10K collection to hit 100. So, and we haven't actually seen a 10K collection hold above 100 since DGods left. So that's another thing. And I think it's great for the space to actually see this happen. I think it's fantastic. And if Mad Labs is doing this in a bear market, I'd love to see them in a bull market. I'm going to wait for a solid dip, and then I'm going to buy in. Hopefully we get that solid dip. With this space, you never know. Sometimes things can dip way below what you expected. Other times it can never dip and run so high that you just never catch it.
Speaking about that, what you just said, I mean, we have this whole situation with the war on crypto happening in front of our eyes, and Solana's going down. So this thing is probably going to go a little bit higher with NFTs. So if Solana keeps dropping down to $17, $18, we're going to see, yeah, a lot of these NFTs start going into green. Just the inverse effect on Solana being cheaper. So it's gonna probably be a while for to see where Mad Labs hits as a dip. That's for sure.
I would argue the opposite in a weird way. Yes, you're right. You are right that the lower Solana goes, the more upside potential Mad Lads has. But if Mad Lads doesn't release anything, I can see them consolidating, maybe going for a bit of a dip, and that's just because we have a ton of hyped mints coming up. So
that's
I can
right.
see a little bit of a rotation. It's really hard to say. Is this thing going to consolidate, or is it going to dip? I think that's the question here. And sadly, I
Great
actually
point.
don't have the answer. But if it does dip, I'm buying that dip.
Yeah. We'll definitely find out on where this thing's going in the next few weeks. Speaking about upcoming mints, Solinvestor, you just mentioned that we're about to go through some things very soon. I mean, Zircon, we have a couple of mints. Which one can you name is your top priority that you're looking at right now?
I would say maybe Bodoggos.
Yeah.
For the right upcoming. My biggest contestant is Monkeys, but we don't have a mint date yet or anything announced around it. So I would say it must be Bodoggos. And then if we're talking about like collection as a whole, not just the floor price, because if we talk about the floor price, we can discuss other things. I think maybe Necro has a bigger floor price potential just because DJ Coinflame is behind them, but I think Bodoggos is the biggest in terms of full collection, not just floor price.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to be with you there because all I've been looking at is Bodoggos as the next thing. There are other projects out there, but I don't really see it as powerful as Bodoggos right now. I mean, Solinvestor, do you see something else?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. I think the two that I'm actually looking at. First one I have OG, the other one I have nothing, and I'm definitely not going to be able to get whitelist no matter what I do. And that's Tensor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
I think Tensor's collection will do just as good if.
Yeah.
I think it's going to give Bodoggos a run for their money.
Interesting pick right there, Tensor. That's a good one. That's definitely gonna be a product based NFT mint in the realms of Mad Lads, to where like Bodoggos more on the I would say like maybe like it's probably gonna get some hate on it, but art style utility NFT Tensor has that kind of ecosystem product NFT a little bit different. So I mean, I like that take that Tensor could be something else as well as like as a competitor to Bodoggos.
Yeah.
Am I getting that right?
Well,
They're
all of
two
us
different
feel-
markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tensor is a utility play. Bodoggos is more of a brand and community play. So they're definitely targeting different markets. But
Right.
at the end of the day, we're talking about floor price here. And I think those are the two that are going to have the highest floor prices.
In your opinion, Zircon, what Solomon just said with the soul price, where do you think Bodoggos is gonna hit highest at mint, and where Tensor is gonna hit?
Do we have the mint price for Bodoggos? Yes, I don't actually know it.
It's going to be under $100.
Okay, so it's gonna be around five to six, let's say.
No,
it's really no
It's probably going to be between maybe 4 to
4 or
5.
5.
Yeah.
I would say 5 to 6 with the crypto war.
Wait,
now.
no, with the Solana price. Phil is saying Solana is going to 15. You guys heard it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If it goes to 15, then yeah, it's probably between 5 and
Well,
6.
5 soul's only $20. So like,
Wait, 5
you know,
soul's $20?
no, I mean, so five soul for $100 is $20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So 4 to 5,
Yeah.
because he said he's going to try to keep
5
it
to
under
6.
$100 if he can.
Yeah. I think they might go to around if they have I want to see how the liquidity here on Solana behaves, because here's the thing. I really think that Bodoggos are gonna have a lot of liquidity coming from Ethereum just because of the nifty connection they have. So there are most likely gonna be some Ethereum guys that are gonna give us some extra liquidity than that is not available in Solana right now. So if you check the market conditions, that money isn't in the consideration when minting Bodogo. So I think they might run a little bit like Oogie, maybe to like 14 to 20 Sol on the mint date, and then I don't know, because we've seen it with Madlats, we've seen it with some projects that are just one of a kind, Madlats, Kleinos. So I don't know. The ceiling is as much as they want to. So we'll see how it behaves. But I think they might go to around 15 to 20 Sol if they mint for around 4 to 5.
So you're predicting a 4 to 5x?
Yeah.
For Bodoggos. Now, quick number on Tensor. Quick number.
Let's say it mint for around the same price. I see like maybe 2 to 3 Solana profit there. Just because I think of them about like magic tickets. So I don't know. I don't want to say they're gonna be like magic tickets, but I just see them like they're on the same utility-based project for a company that is gonna be a secure investment. Don't get me wrong. 3 to 4 Sol is not bad profits, but we cannot expect this to just go crazy high because it's a utility-based project of a company. So I don't know. I would say like 3 to 4 Sol maybe in the best case.
I think I'm gonna throw it out there. Bodoggos is gonna hit 30 Solana. That's my take. Tensor is gonna be 15 Solana around there. And I think
Tensor is only going to hit 15
on day one. Yeah.
Madlab's opened at like 40.
All right.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
you're right. Let me 20 Solana. There you go. 20 Solana. I think it's gonna hit 20, and then it's gonna stabilize there, and then eventually it'll start accumulating. But I think 20 on the first day, second day, that's where it's gonna be the top. So
I can see it opening at 20 if Sol is
okay.
like below $20.
And that's the other thing is,
yeah, I don't know, 50% of Madlats. They have a more used product, by the way, than Madlats. That's another thing to consider. Less hype though, but definitely more users, more utility.
But there's so many projects here that he brung out there.
Yeah,
and they all look interesting. You got Migos in here. You got the DJ and Cat one, Nacro NFT.
Dude, it's a 5K collection. Holy crap.
Yeah, and then you have the other one, which is called what's the Soul Buckets NFT?
One. Oh, that's Sandbar. Yeah, Sandbar. I don't really care about that one. I think BeJoe. I don't know. I'm not as bullish as everyone else on Sandbar. I could be wrong, but I think BeJoe is a sleeper.
Interesting. BeJoe. BeJoe. Okay.
I have no clue.
Talk to us, guy. Talk to us about BeJoe. What's BeJoe?
I don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. I think I have whitelist for it. I'm quite excited. I like their marketing. Their founder is he's a DSK holder, And I had a couple of friends who had spoken to me, and they were telling me that what they're building, we haven't seen it in the space before. They're building something completely new. No other NFT project has done it. So I have my eyes on it. I did hear there's going to be a 10K collection. So if that's true, I'm kind of iffy on that. But I like their marketing. Everything's looking good for me. I do want to. I'm probably going to learn more about the project after about a couple of days. I have a friend who's going to post a thread on it. So yeah, let's see.
Hmm.
Seems interesting.
I'm not really that bullish, to be honest. Just by
That's the thing. I think it's a sleeper.
look at it.
I think it's a sleeper.
I think
I'm watching it.
Yeah, I'll watch it for sure. See how this is gonna build up, how it's gonna brew, and then we'll definitely go on from there. There is this other one that I pretty much put up on Twitter. It's another project that many people have not heard of yet. It's called Meta Men, right? Meta Men. This one is I'll let you guys look at it first.
I
Yeah.
saw it today. It appeared on my timeline, so I've seen it this morning. I like the NFTs. It reminds me a little bit of another collection. I don't know which one because I've seen like 1,000 projects, but by this time. But it looks like something I've already seen in terms of the art, not in terms of the concept and everything. It's just it seems like something I've already seen.
Can I see the art?
Yeah. So drum roll, please. Boom. There you go. All right. So we got the art here. Got these two different ones right here. We have these guys here look like they're like kind of like anime style, like looking down, sleeping or whatever. And then we have I think that's this guy right here. So big brain throwing it out there. So many promising upcoming Solana NFTs. LFG. Oh, this one looks cool. I like this one here. I actually like this one more than that one.
I think that one's a different project.
Yeah, that's a different project.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is?
that's a completely different project. If you scroll down, you'll see it. That's Rave 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Rev 3.
I don't know how I feel about this art. I don't think I
Art
like
is a
it.
little bit blendish, I think. It kind of reminds me of Wasta Core art.
I wouldn't PFP it. That's my problem with this
No.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
It's a bit weird.
Okay, I would say it kind of looks like Taiyo Pilots. Taiyo Pilots in a way like it's not there, but the concept's there. Like I feel like it's like a rough draft, but it's like it needs more things in it, you know?
I don't feel like this is anime art.
No, it reminds me a lot. I don't really like these humanized NFTs, like the ones that really look like a person. Not the biggest fan. I'm more of either characters or like how can I say satired people that like Kami, for example. That technically we're talking about something that looks like a person, but there's no such thing on the real world.
I don't know. I think okay. Look, here's my thing. All right.
Oh,
that one photo. That's so sorry for.
Oh, before you say that one thing, I gotta put the project description because this is where it kind of like throws it a little mix in there. It basically says enter Metame, a fully immutable on-chain anime generative collection coming soon Solana. And that's basically it. So I don't know if that will change any minds here and there.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the one that so big brain tweeted. I like that art, that specific one, but I mean, I do like human art. I think Azuki is probably the best art in NFTs, full stop. And it's just that simplicity that gets to me. What are we looking at?
I basically just went through Soul Bitcoin's tweet and kind of went in the rabbit hole in there. So yeah, I'm glad you stopped me because I was going in there.
Yeah, but like there's just so much going on. Like that one's very PFP-able. I don't think these other ones are. There's just so much going on. I don't know. So many layers, so many clothes. It kind of looks like anime art, but it isn't anime art.
It feels like a combination of ukiyo / anime / wasta core with a little hint of Taiyo Pilots.
I will say if they give me whitelist and the project's hyped, I'll probably mint it.
And that's the thing, is that they have a big mutual following.
Yeah,
for
I
such
don't
a
know
small,
who these guys are.
I want to know what's going on. You know. I don't know if Zircon. I don't know if you know what's going on here, but we definitely have to look into it. What?
No clue. It seems like the projects I like to flip, not much hold. That's not a bad thing, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Madlats. I knew it was it was even though it's not the kind of things I want to hold. Madlats was more like a hold. But these kind of NFT things, like let's say like Wasta Corp, and I don't know, these kind of NFTs, I like to flip them and not hold them. I don't really enjoy. If I don't really enjoy the art, I don't hold them.
Interesting take there. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll definitely have to see. So overall, I think we should move on to the next project. And actually, let's look at what's going on in the market with a lot of these NFTs. There's less green again. There's actually more less green from last week. We have ABC down. We have Breadheads down. The Gods down. OK Bears down. Claynosaurus down. Solana Monkey still at 200. Elixirs at 8. Really, the ones that are holding. Oh God, Taiyo Pilots, man. Taiyo Pilots. Like what? Dude, we were talking about this last week about the art. I was pretty much saying something's gonna happen. The arts, something's gonna happen with the art. Something's gonna happen, and then we saw this new thing come out. Just look at this dude, man. I think this looks sick.
Okay. Rebels.
Art, dude. What the hell? What the hell just happened? A Rebels
upgrade.
I agree. Their old art wasn't that great. Their new art is looking pretty good. They also released a casino, something like that, for some sort of. It's so weird. I think the space just got bullish on these guys, and I got bearish.
Well, I mean, they were at 5, man. I was telling you I was gonna enter, and I didn't, and then here we are at 8.47. It was a matter of time for Tom to finally stop his expansion, just concentrate on what he already built. So it looks nice, man. I mean, anything else around pilots? I mean, we got the coin casino here. Zircon, you've gone into many casino NFTs. Yeah, I don't know if you checked this one out yet when it comes out.
Not yet. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen because they already dropped some things for Citizens by Solstead, and they are from the same company, so it was a matter of time until Tom decided to drop them on pilots as well. I mean, this is a good thing for giving holders some extra value, but unless they have volume, I mean, it's not that like it matters too much. Unless they start like getting a lot of traction and competing with other casinos on Solana, it's just I don't know. Unless you can use your tokens to just gamble a little bit with tokens and then see if you can actually sell them on Famous Fox Federation or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if casinos actually bring some extra value.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the casino. I'm not feeling it.
You know, if y'all may be honest,
I know what the project's about.
I'm not a fan of casinos either. I think if someone does a casino, I think it's saying like, I got nothing else to offer, so here's a way of me making more money off you or something. I just don't really like the way it's approached nowadays.
I don't know. I like casino plays, but I like very few of them. And the issue that I find with this casino is that, I mean, Taiyo Pilots is more of a tech firm in a way. I don't know why they're touching casinos. It just seems to me like they're trying and doing everything. And I feel like there's not like a main focus that the ecosystem can, really get behind and pilots can excel at. It seems like they're releasing a bunch of things. Everyone's being pulled on different directions. And it just runs the risk of maybe nothing will succeed then because everyone's just been pulled in so many different directions. I don't know. I was hoping they would just do the whole maybe pawn thing that Tom was talking about at different points and really make a success out of that. Uh, and obviously do the launchpad as well. But yeah, I really don't know. Curious to see how it plays out.
Yep. And overall, I mean, that's pretty much everything we have talked about today. A lot of news out there. The SEC is pretty much taking over Twitter right now. We talked a little bit of Solana. Solinvestor's taking a couple of NFTs. Zircon's takes as well. And we'll definitely come back on the next show with some updates this Thursday on what's going on with the SEC and Coinbase. But any last words, Solinvestor, for the good people?
Don't piss off the SEC.
Great point. Zircon. Famous last words.
Yeah, no, I don't have much to say. I mean, it's all about that. Just don't panic sell just because you see the Sol and every single crypto dropping, because there's a reason why it's happening. And don't panic sell. That I would say that, unless you need it. I mean, if you need it,
or unless crypto is just going to die, then I think we should all panic.
Well, I'm looking at Coinbase stock right now, and just my opinion, I'm gonna see how it falls. So if it hits below 50, that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that's the one thing I'm just looking at. Like, how is this really gonna affect Coinbase? So, famous last words from me. Much love. I love you, and make sure you hit that like button.
We love you too,
subscribe button as well. And overall, we go live Tuesdays and Thursdays around this time. Subscribe to Solinvestor Zircon. Follow them on Twitter below. And much love and peace.